Sai Ram. The urgent need of the hour is unity. The first statement according to Baba is unity is divinity. I repeat, unity is divinity. It implies where there is no unity, there is no divinity. So it is absolutely necessary to have this spirit of unity in our lives, more so in a spiritual organization. Satya Sai Baba is not a religion. Satya Sai organization is not a religious body. Satya Sai is no sect. These are the statements made by Baba during the first World Conference held in Bombay. I would repeat, Satya Sai is not a religion. Satya Sai is not a sect. Satya Sai does not belong to any particular group. Two more statements worth contemplating are, all forms are mine, all names are mine. All forms are mine, all names are mine, said Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. We are very good in reading, better in quoting, best in sharing, but not much in practice. Let us be honest. I don't say worst in practice, I don't say that. In practice we don't see that much of unity. When Baba says unity is divinity, when some of us have not experienced divinity, are not anywhere in the vicinity of divinity, it is the lack of unity. Therefore, my friends, the urgent need of the hour is unity, because unity is divinity. Let us come to know what all Baba said on this topic. Branches may be many, flowers may be many, fruits may be many. The branches spread far and wide, bearing flowers and fruits. But roots are located at one place. Roots are located at one place, branches spread sidewards. I think I am clear. The roots of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, who has taken birth in Puttaparthi, undoubtedly is the place where there are roots. That's why all of us come here. That's why all conferences, national, international conferences are held here. That's why all of us from different parts of the world come here. Above all, he has spent 85 years here in this particular place. Every place has got its own importance. Every place has got its own significance. The importance of Bethlehem, the importance of Jerusalem, the importance of Mecca, the importance of Amritsar, the importance of Tirupati, importance of Gurudwara, importance of any masjid, importance of any temple remains. God is everywhere. Nobody says no. But still we go to the temple. God knows everything, but still we pray. We know that God's will prevails, but we have got our own requests. Therefore, let us be very clear that roots of Satyasai are here in Prashantinilayam. As the whole world has come here, and since he has spent his lifetime here, he also said that the whole world will come under the shade of the branches of this tree, Prashantinilayam. Prashantinilayam is a huge banyan tree under which all of us across the globe take shelter and enjoy the shade. Therefore, my friends, though branches are sidewards, though flowers are different, fruits are different, roots are located at one place only. Roots also don't jump around. They are present at one place. Similarly, this being central place, we cannot have two centers in life. Heart is located here. I cannot say there is another heart on this side, some other heart near knee joints. It is better to be heartless. Every limb of the body cannot have a heart. The whole body is not the place of the heart. It does not mean other parts of the body are useless. No. The heart supplies blood. The heart supplies everything to the rest of the body. It is located at one place. The heart does not go to the knees in the morning and goes to the hands in the evening. No, it is located at one place. But its advantage, the oxygen, the supply, the energies, the blood goes to different parts of the body. Similarly, for all Satyasai devotees across the world, the heart is Prashantinilayam. There is no question of second heart or third heart or fourth heart. One may be heartless or one heart may stop. The heart is at one place. It has to function or stop. Similarly, let us understand Prashantinilayam is the heart of Sai world of devotees. There is no second place. I am telling Baba's words only. I am not capable of imagination. I am not capable of hallucination. I am not tempted for explanation. I am here only for affirmation. Affirmation of all that is said, that's all. Bible tells you how to live, what life is, the purpose of life, the goal of life is clearly said in Bible, and Christians follow. Quran tells what is life, how to follow, to Christian community, to Muslim community. Muslim community. Guru Granth speaks of the mode of life, the code of conduct to Sikh community. Likewise, Dhammapada speaks of life conduct to Buddhists. Similarly, every religion has got a standard book, scripture, which is followed by all people of different religions, respectively. Hindus follow Gita, Christians follow Bible, Muslims follow Quran. Like that, Guru Granth 6, Dhammapada by Buddhists. Like that, we follow our own scripture. When there is any doubt arises, we have to refer to this scripture. You cannot say this is my interpretation, unless one is out of lunatic asylum. However intelligent may be, you cannot be more than Bible. However gifted you are, you cannot be more than Veda. However talented you are, you cannot be more than Dhammapada. However creative you are, you cannot be more than Guru Granth. Because that's ultimate. Even in the world today, every country has got its own law, Indian Penal Code. And that Indian Penal Code, what we say IPC, is standard for us to judge, for us to evaluate, for us to decide. I cannot say I have got my own penal code. You may have your own penal code, but you will be punished according to Indian Penal Code. Similarly, law book is one, scripture is one, God is one. How can we be many? How can we be many? It is very clear unity is divinity from these examples we have cited. And further Baba says, what is spirituality? Spirituality is the one that brings pieces together. In the beginning, if you go to any tailor shop, they're all pieces, that's all. What the tailor does is, he brings all pieces together, stitch them well, make it into a beautiful garment. The purpose of spirituality is to unify. When there is a division, there is no spirituality. When there is no unity, there is no spirituality. Because Baba himself said, spirituality brings pieces together. He gives the example of the needle. With the help of the needle, you stitch all different pieces and make into a beautiful garment. Then what about the division? What about the different religions? What about different groups, subsects? Some religion says 1200 denominations, I understand. The number might have increased by now. What about these things? Do I deny? Am I opposed to them? Am I against them? No, they are religions. Religions are divided. Religions are many. But spirituality is one. That is Sach Sai Baba. What he said was, take scissors. A big cloth is cut into bits. Different religions. And all these bits, stitch it together, making one garment, spirituality. My friends, we are not fools to run after Baba. We are not fools yet. We are not such stupids to run after him for simple things like rings and watches and like. We are not so. I have not come for any ring. So even if you give a ring, I am not going to see you, because I have not come here. Why should I go there? Rings and lockets are not the points for all of us to be here. I think very clear. There may be one in thousands who must have received rings and lockets from Swami. How about rest of the people? Do you think this one individual who got is the best of mankind? Often not. Then why should he give? Act of his grace, act of his kindness, for protection. That's all, not for advertisement. It is not a rank. I am PhD, so I am a ring holder. I am Major General. I am a watch holder given by Baba. All such people better be put in a mental hospital. These are all the signs of His grace, of His kindness. They are not for advertisement. They are not insignia. They are not in recognition of your merit. If you study the lives of the people who received, they are no way better than any one of us here. 999 are better than one fellow that receives this. Therefore, my friends, we have not come to Swami for these things. If there is anybody who gives you rings and locket chains like that, if we are attracted by those things, we are very cheap fellows. We are not cheap. We are not cheap. It is said often that a mean fellow would be attracted by these things. Yes. How do I say that? I have got standard proof for every statement I make. I have not taken sides. I have not taken extreme view. I am subject to verification. There is one great scholar by name Bairagi Shastri who was in charge of Dasara Yajna here every year. Dasara. Swami materialized chain for his wife. He was returning home on a railway platform, Dharmavaram. His wife sat at one place. All devotees sitting in different compartments got down, went to see that chain. Given by Baba, given by Baba. I am not saying it is wrong. Please don't mistake me. I am not saying it is wrong. I am just telling what had happened. All went there, started seeing. I was standing at one place. Bairagi Shastri was there, her husband. Then two thoughts came to my mind. If I don't go, other devotees think that I am not a devotee. A fellow who is very well known all over, if I do not go, others may think that I am jealous of the chain that she received. Because minds are so like that. We can't question them. So I may be condemned for my meanness or jealousy, or I may be branded as a non-devotee. Out of my own safety, I went there. Saw the chain adorning her neck and did namaskar and returned. There stands Bairagi Shastri, her husband, the chief priest, chief scholar. There is no scholar equal to him. He is scholar in all Vedas. And I went to him. Sir, I know him very well. Sir, Swami has given grandmother a lovely chain, Swami. I said, is there anything bad in it? It's not a compliment, it is not criticism, just a statement. Swami materialized a wonderful chain for our grandmother here. Immediate reaction of Bairagi Shastri is this. Please listen to me. What did he say? Mr. Anil Kumar, this is not the statement expected from you. This is not the expression expected of you. Then I was shivering because the grand old man, 80 years, very close to Baba. I'm not even equal to the dust of his feet, scholar in all Vedas. Then I was feeling very guilty. Then I said, sir, excuse me if I said anything. I am sorry. And his answer is this. When the body itself is temporary, when the body is ephemeral, when the body is going to die someday or other, when the body is going to be drawn to the level of an ash after it is burnt, do you think that these gifts will remain? Do you think that the ring will remain when I don't remain? Do you think the watch will remain when I don't remain? Therefore, I expect you to have that awareness. Not this question, Anil Kumar, he said. That rings in my ear. If any fellow says, I got this, useless fellow, he'll be out of this very soon. Therefore, they should be viewed as gifts of grace, kindness, love and concern from the point of Baba. There should not be the indications. There should not be the milestones in your career. They should not be viewed as laurels and gold medals as a matter of achievement. It is not so. Therefore, since Swami has physically withdrawn, he is not physically amongst us. I may be tempted by a fellow who gives me a ring very close by. Shall I go there? Tell me. There's some other fellow elsewhere, he is going to give me chain. Shall I go there? Am I such a useless fellow? Do you think I have no discrimination? Do you think I have no intellect? Do you think I have no judgment? Do you think I have no awareness of his teachings and messages? Am I just a commodity object like that? Or am I greedy? When one ring has not saved me, when one ring has not improved my quality of life here, do you think by getting another ring from somewhere will improve me? It will spoil me further. Spoilt child. It will spoil me further. My sincere appeal to all of you is this. Let us not be tempted by rings and chains and lockets given by somebody somewhere else at one time or point. The first point is, let us hold on to the roots of this place, of the Sai world, Prasanthi Nilayam. Number two, let us not be carried away by, or tempted by these articles. And number three, let us be aware of divinity. For religion is scissors that divides. Spirituality is the needle that brings together. And further, what did Baba say? These are all collections from Swami, please understand that. When you cut the hand, when you chop off one leg, when you amputate your body, as in anatomy theater, what will happen? The body becomes weak. You lose blood that way. When different limbs of the body are cut off, you lose blood, you become weak. Therefore, let us not support any division at any cost. Let us not support any divisive forces at any cost. Baba clearly said, don't cut the body and become weak. Don't divide yourselves and become weak, says Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The next he said was, many times, I don't know what happened to most of us. Is it Maya? I do not know. Many people forget these things and carried away by silly ideas. He tells repeatedly, I am the witness, both in interview room and outside. Single threads can be cut, but all the threads closely interwoven into a cloth, you cannot cut it. You cannot cut it. When once this is interwoven. Similarly, when we stand divided, we become weak and become what you call a matter of gossip, a matter of criticism, exposing our cheap mentality to other people. What do they think rest of the communities in the world? Till now people are thinking that Sathya Sai Baba devotees are exemplary. Till now people are thinking that Sathya Sai organization is the role model, that none can equal it. Till now. When we allow ourselves divided, when we allow ourselves carried away by petty tinsels and trash, we lose our name. We lose our prestige. Swami's name also will be brought down. Shall I contribute to that? Having been benefited by Swami, having been blessed by Swami, having been in the fold for several years, shall I bring bad name to him? Can I allow division? Can I allow anybody claiming that he speaks on behalf of Baba? Some of this young girl stands and says, I'll speak on behalf of Anil Kumar. Swami told me to shut your mouth. This little girl, youngest here. What does she tell me? Swami told me that you should keep your mouth shut. I am not that fellow to keep shut immediately. I am not that. I got some experience. What do I say? Swami told me to shut your mouth. Can't we say that? Baba clearly said, I don't make use of any medium to communicate. Clearly said. What kind of fools we are. Even God cannot save us. I don't need any medium, he said. Above all, ever cherishing statement he made was, connection between you and me are direct. Love to love, heart to heart. That's all. When he said there's direct connection between me and you, love to love and heart to heart, when he fulfilled all my prayers, when he answered all my prayers, do I need your medium? What a kind of cheap fellow I am. Who can help me? It's very silly. And some people also have got wonderful dreams. Swami told me in my dream that you should give 25 lakhs to me. Swami told me in my dream that you should leave your Jaguar car here and go back. Then what would be my reply? Am I a fool to believe and accept? We can be innocent, but we cannot be ignorant. We may not be wise, but we should not be foolish. If you just leave your car and go back, write off your house on my name and go back, what would be my answer? I'll give my car, my house, my life also. Let Swami tell me, not you. Let Swami tell me, because it's my car. So when it's my car, he should tell me to give the car. He should tell me to give in charity so much of money. that he should tell me to give this property right on your name. He cannot tell you and ask me. It's not your grandfather's property to do like that. It's not your mother-in-law's property. What a silly claim it is. Therefore, my sincere appeal to all of you is not to be carried away by any person who claims to be medium for Swami. Nothing. God is not a postman. No. Once in conversation, I told Swami, so-and-so wanted me to tell you this. Is there anything wrong? Do you know what he said? Are you postman? Let him tell me directly. Another occasion, Swami, what should I tell him? I will tell him directly. You do it. Because he has been direct, face to face, heart to heart, one to one. With such a background, how can we believe someone as the medium? How can we believe someone as Baba's instructions? Can I speak on behalf of the President of India? Can I speak on behalf of President of America, Obama? Obama told me that you should go back to America immediately. What will you say? Let Obama tell me I don't go. Don't you say that? Therefore, my friends, let us not accept any medium for life. That's all. Because God is within. Antaranga Sai, Anadhanadha Sai, Antaranga Sai, Dina Bandhu Sai, Karuna Sindhu Sai, Dina Bandhu Sai, Karuna Sindhu Sai, Antaranga Sai. When he is within me, you tell me that you are his medium? Do you think I am a useless fellow? That I am unfit? That I am not capable of getting his message directly? That you are here to convey? Very silly. Antaranga Sai. Further Baba Gita says, Ishvara Hurdeshe Arjuna Tishtati. Arjuna, understand, God is in your heart. God is in your heart. No, He is not in my heart, He is in your heart. So you should speak, your heart should speak to my heart. Very silly. God resides in our heart. He speaks to directly. He does not, and further he said, see, these are all the points, my friends, we should know. Because we are in critical moments. Some are asked, find themselves in very embarrassing, inconvenient position, to be or not to be. After having lived with Baba after 50 years, to be or not to be, are they alive or dead? After 50 years of life with the wife, if you say, is she my wife? 50 years we are living together. I say, who is she? Let someone say that she is my wife. It is like this. Following someone's words is disowning your own Baba within you. Driving out Baba within you out. We shall not do it. There cannot be any medium. No dream can dictate me. I should have my life, my dream, direction to me directly. A direction to me, let Baba give me. You cannot give my direction. Because situation is ripe enough that we have got to be very firm along these lines. After all, we are not politicians. Politicians are today one party in the morning, evening different party. In the afternoon receive money from both the parties. One ring here, one ring there, I am the topmost devotee. Chi, 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 chi. What a shame it is. Spirituality is not convenience. It is not convenience. Spirituality is conviction. It is conviction that cannot be shaken, come what may. In this connection, let us think of those scientists of the past. The whole world condemned Galileo. Whole world. Whole world condemned Mary. Madam Mary, Curie. The whole world condemned Mendel. Whole world condemned Dalton. And the whole world condemned Darwin. But they did not change their parties. Darwin did not throw away his theory of species, origin of species, and he did not change another party. Galileo did not stop his thought. Copernicus. They all faced the whole world alone. Jesus Christ. The whole world condemned him. He stood bravely, right, I am ready to leave my body. Let me be crucified. But the truth remains. Mansoor, another devotee, he said, I am God. King, bring him here. I want to see that God. Mansoor is brought there, made to stand in front of the king. The king said, tell me what you have been speaking everywhere. I am God. And I put him in the prison. Who are you? You are a prisoner, are you? No, I am God. I see. Bring him out of the prison. Amputate his legs. Who are you now? Handicapped? Disabled? Who are you? I am God. And they killed him. According to Baba, the ash blown by the wind, the ash blown by the wind started repeating, Anal Haq, Anal Haq, Anal Haq. I am God, I am God. That is what spirituality is. Come what may, I believe in what I say. This is my conviction. It is political mind that goes on changing. It is material mind that goes on changing. It is the selfish mind that goes on changing. This is not material, this is spiritual. Selfishness has no place here. Therefore, let us remind ourselves what Baba said. He further says that all ants go together. All birds fly together. Should we not follow that unity? Should we not follow that unity of an ant at least? Therefore, unity is most important. Even individually, if the two legs do not synchronize, do not walk in the correct pattern, I'll fall. If the 5 fingers don't act in unison, I cannot collect morsel of food and eat. If the 2 eyes don't go together, one eye looking like that, one eye looking like that, 2 fellows will beat me now. I cannot look at my wife with this eye, look at some other's wife with this eye. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. There is perfect synchronicity, there is perfect unity, there is perfect harmony in the body itself. In the body itself. Can't we have unity among individuals? That too in the name of religion. You say God is Sai Baba, I say God is Sai Baba, and both of us fight. Why? You say my Sai Baba, as if you have patented him, as if you have copyright. When Baba says, I am yours, we say, you are mine. What a tragedy it is. He belongs to every one of us. It's not the monopoly of anybody to say Baba is more in me. Is there any balance, electronic balance? Baba told me this, where is the proof? He appeared in my dream. I too have dreams. How do you say your dream is correct and my dream is wrong? Why should I follow your dream? These are all very simple questions that we should be addressed to. These questions have to be addressed as early as possible and share the views of Baba with as many as possible, as many number of times as possible. That is our duty. We have two roles to play. One role as an individual. Number two, role as a Sai devotee. As a Sai devotee, as a member of Sai organization, as a member of Sai family, as a worker, as a Sevadal, as Balavika's teacher, as a member of study circle, as a member of Sai family, I have got collective role. Individual role and collective role, two roles to play. One is personal sadhana, other is community sadhana. Personal sadhana, individual role. How many days you fast? How many days you want to be sleepless? How many times you read Bhagavad Gita up and down? How many hours you meditate? That is all individual. I have nothing to question about it. I follow this, please follow. Don't bother me. I do this, continue to do it. Better yourself. Don't force your views on me. Individual things cannot be forced upon others. Because you like bland food, Western canteen. I like spicy food. You cannot force me to eat that. Bread, butter, jam. The system won't go there. Some few chilies will nicely go there. I cannot make you to look at chilies. The very sight of chilies will make you hot. Forget about eating. So when tastes differ, how do I impose my view upon you? Is it not foolishness? Is it not height of arrogance? Is it not ego? To force your views on somebody else? Don't leave him until he agrees with you. Must be of the Stalin family. Must be of Hitler's family. A spiritual Maoist. We're not that. So individual sadhana, individual practice, individual awareness, individual procedures are left to the individual. I cannot ask everybody, spiritual inquiry is the ultimate. Thank you. I don't want to inquire anything further. Leave me. If anyone says, worship thrice is the best, please continue. Make it 30. You choose that path that you fit into. You choose that path that your system agrees. You choose that path which is good for you. You eat that satiates your hunger. You eat that appeases your hunger. Not every dish, so many dishes are there. Long back in 75, knowing that I'm a vegetarian, in the state of Indiana, or Louisville, Kentucky, what they did was, they brought a bowl. Ankumar vegetarian, you eat. What is that bowl? What does it contain? Potatoes made into a paste. All potatoes, you eat. Shall I say it is non-vegetarian? It is not. Is it not vegetarian? Yes. Can I eat like that? Impossible. So as a matter of courtesy, I smiled. Thank you very much for all your concern. After they left, I dropped there in the sink. So you cannot force your own views, your own ideas and your own conclusions on somebody, forgetting whether that man would understand what you mean or not. Forgetting whether that man is of your level or not. Forgetting the wavelength, if you make it a commonality, people will try to avoid you. Yes. Therefore, my friends, individual sadhana, individual practice is left to the individual. But in a community of Sai family, member of Sai organization, member of Sai institutions, an active member in Sai movement, a recipient of his grace all these years, a recipient of his blessings all these years, are we not committed to basic things? Are we not committed to fundamental things? Am I not a witness to myself? Having experienced Baba ourselves, we don't want any duplicate. We don't want anybody to interpret. We don't want anybody to interfere. Divine romance. Divine romance is between devotee and the deity, not for the third party to interfere. No. Therefore, my friends, we are committed to Sai Baba. We are committed to Sai Baba movement. We shall not allow it to be divided. We shall not allow anybody to act as his representative. We shall not pay our attention to those who represent. They are the representatives. We shall not accept any gifts from anybody. Having had your genuine currency note in your pocket, would you run after fake notes? Not now, in my younger days. Not that I am old now, in my younger days. Because everyone refuses to be old, though told. In my younger days it was said that Coimbatore is known for fake notes. Those days, not now. When I have genuine currency notes, should I go for fake notes? I get fake notes, get arrested. That's all. Therefore, having had your genuine, real, lifetime experiences directly from Baba, why should we go to anybody? Why should I ask anybody? And having had interview with Baba, should I have your interview? How silly it is. Supposing I tell you, I'll give you interview tomorrow morning. You will say, sir, please excuse me for today. I'll give you interview tomorrow. Sir, tomorrow I'm busy, I'll see you later. I'll give you interview. I don't want it. Your interviews are not necessary. Why? Baba said inner view, but not interview. And what wonderful statements Baba said. What gems, precious gems. When he said inner view and not the interview, if somebody says, I'll give you interview, please have interview for yourself. You have your inner view first. We should tell them. If anyone gives you any chains or lockets, please have them all over your body. I don't want any more. If anyone says, I am the medium, you can say, I am equally a medium. The wire here cannot say, I am the medium for the flow of electricity. The wire that side will say, I am also a medium. If the bulb says, I am illumining, that bulb will say, I am equally illumining. I can illumine better than you. You are 40 voltage, I am 1000 voltage. You understand that? Therefore, it is time to know our inner potential. Potentiality should turn into actuality. The potential should become actual. Example, seed is sown in the soil. Seed has within it the tree. Seed has within it the tree. And the seed sprouts, germinates into a tree. The potential of the seed becomes actual when it grows into a tree. Swami has sown seeds in our hearts. How do you know? 66 such as I speaks volumes are there. Are they not enough to better ourselves? Should anybody give you any advice? He personally wrote Vahinis, 10 volumes. He has got talks for youngsters, 15 volumes. We don't want, let Anil Kumar give me some advice. You are a fool, I am a double fool. There's such a big treasure there. Why should anybody give? Somebody asked and came, Anil Kumar, we want to attend some school, some training, stress management, tension management. Please go. What are the conditions? Not much, about 5,000. How long they train you? 1 week. Within 1 week, by paying 5,000, if you get all your stress free, do you mean that those saints and sages are stupids or idiots? Why should they spend long time in the forest? Why? Can't they have 5,000 rupees? How silly it is. But on the other hand, I told him, please go pay 5,000, attend that, because you are willing to go, please go. But my advice to young man is, Baba gave talks to youngsters under the title Summer Showers in Vrindavan. Summer Showers in Vrindavan contains all that is required for youth of this country and the world by and large. Baba deals with personality development. He handles the subject mind management. He suggests how to deal in a situation of stress and tension. Body management, time management, all these things are said by Bhagavan. But I want to pay 10,000 there and attend there. Lose your money. There is one place in India by name Tirupati. If you go there, you will be nicely shaven. But this Tirupati is spiritual at one place, but there are other small centers ready to shave your money. Because when I tell you Swami appeared in my dream and wanted me to give you 10 lakhs means what? I am going to shave you. Baba has come to save but not to shave. He has come to give and not to take. He repeatedly said, my hand is always like that, not ever like that. If I give you everything, the breakfast, the lunch, and extend all kinds of courtesies to you, talk to you nicely, and show you receipt book, what does it mean? Is it anything billing counter? We go to supermarket, you buy that and this, at the exit they give you bill counter. Is spirituality a billing center? Some of my friends, I never planned to speak on this. I never thought that I would speak at length like this. But somehow I was climbing the steps. Beloved Bhagavan wanted me to speak on the topic. It is the need of the hour. It is our responsibility as a member of Sai community. I cannot say I meditate, I have got my own path. Please sit. Relax at your home, don't come out. But when you are in the community, you have got that obligation. More says Baba devotees is our duty. to face these challenges. But somehow, excepting few, the Indian mind is to say, keep quiet. You are a fool. You are an idiot. Thank you. That is wrong. This is correct. Is that so? They don't speak out. And they think that silence is eloquence. It is not that. Baba clearly said, when something goes wrong, you should condemn it. You should say it is wrong. Are you a politician or an animal to nod your head like a bull or walk simply like sheep? Should I not question myself? Can't I express my view? Suppose you all say it is very dark, I can say, no, there are lights. It's not dark. Can't I say that? Dark, is that so? What about your eyes? Therefore, let us nod our heads like bulls or walk like sheep, accept whatever that comes. Let us have the guts. The whole world, including Baba, may say, she is not your mother, but I am going to say my mother is my mother. That's all. Therefore, 1,000 people may say 1,000 things, but my Swami is my Swami. Prashantalayam is Prashantalayam. Whatever he said, directly to me. Whatever he gave, directly to me. The blessings I had, directly from him. These things are very necessary today to contemplate, to decide, and to work hereafter. But I wonder, Swami in every one of you forced you to listen to my talk. Swami within me tempted me to take on this, though I have not planned for it. But I can say one thing, I was telling everywhere, on every platform. All of you may not agree. You may not invite me after all. What do I care? Some people say, we are not going to invite you. Very good. You are saving my time and breath. You are saving my energy. What I told them is this. There may not be anybody, but I shall shout to the pitch of my voice. There is only one God. I can shout to the pitch of my voice. Prashantalayam is deep-rooted. This is the center of the world. I can say emphatically till my last breath that there is direct communication between me and my God. Thank you very much for your time, for your patience. Sai Ram. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti. Jai bolo Bhagwan Shri Satsai Baba Ji ki. Jai bolo Bhagwan Shri Satsai Baba Ji ki. Jai bolo Bhagwan Shri Satsai Baba Ji ki. May Baba be with you forever and evermore. Thank you.